Reduces damage received by 10% as long as Shade Stance remains. Give me that one.
Serve me well, my minion.
Alright, let's do it. Will this work? I have no idea. Not having trinkets is giving Milk Jug an eye twitch. Right, so there's the debuff. There's our block. They get to go first, which is unfortunate, but... And they crit the Lich twice. They're not focusing the front line because we don't have the Dark Knight with that ability that we had previously. Cloud of Darkness. Summons a skeleton. All opponents swap positions. Deal stress damage for each point of negative luck the target has. You have negative 10 luck. You have 2 stacks of frenzy. So I just gotta think about the turn order and think about what I actually want to do here. The Shade can probably go last. The Wraith could make them swap positions. If we're doing that, then the Mummy could do a curse. Or he can't do the melee attack, so we have to kind of do it like that. Okay, the Lich, what do you do? Toxic Cloud. Deals damage to enemies entering it. We want to kill the enemies quickly, though. Okay. Okay. I could also Ghostly Veil this guy so he's less likely to get hit, but they have pretty good accuracy, unfortunately. Remove all buffs from the target and deals a lot of stress damage. Or curses enemies. I think I'm gonna do Mass Curse to you. We gotta start taking these guys out. Removed his buff as well. Now, the Mummy. You're gonna put down a... No, the Lich is the Cloud. I always get them mixed up. You can do a wide beam. I think what you're gonna do is curse 2 enemies. Curses the target for 2 turns. Deals stress damage to 2 enemies. Ah, okay. We're gonna then just hit you with the curse only. Just so that we get a curse out there, which is heal. The Lich is gonna put in the Cloud. He's now insane. Damage received is increased, which means that in theory this will kill? Because it deals damage equal to 100% of the sanity as magic damage, which is going to be increased by 50%. And if it's not, we still get to act before he does. So let's see if this actually works.
Brave are an excellent
You're dead.
source of fresh corpses.
You're hitting my Mummy. He hit in his... He lost crit, and he still crit. Lovely. But we'll get you. You went forward into the ball of death, though, so you did lose a whole bunch of stress there, though. All opponents randomly swap positions. You can't even do that from the back. I want to use an ability before they get in action because I want to use my Wrath, but the only ability I have is just do damage with the Cloud of Darkness, but I don't want to move with the Shade because he's going to do his Void Claw on the next turn, so I kind of just feel like waiting. And then for you, you can deal a lot of stress damage and make him shuffle, which is good, but I'd rather you hit a single target. But I suppose, hold on, I suppose by doing this...
Strength through pain.
We use Wrath. It's going to deal stress damage to 2 of them, and then they're going to shuffle and take more stress damage. And he's Berserk. Holy fucking shit, dude. These guys deal so much damage. we gotta move the Lich backwards one. Oh my Lanta. It's insane how much damage these things freaking deal. Good lord. Like, the thing is, this is why I feel bad about taking the same party, but the same party works well. You know, like, dealing all the stress damage and killing him is fine and all, but the units that can deal stress damage are not that tanky. Like, I have 0 protection on the Lich right now, and he's getting hit for 60 damage in a single attack from a single enemy unit. Like, I feel like I've got to have the other squad because they're a little bit more sustainable. But, like, these berserkers are just insane. And then you make them berserk and they deal extra damage. My lord. It's less about caring what other people think. It's more of just like, I wish that the game was designed differently, such that different parties could work instead of having to more have a party that just works for everything and you take them for everything, or having a party that's really good against these enemies and you kind of have to take these units. It's actually kind of why I think that Darkest Dungeon is a little bit more involved in the strategy, because you have to take units who are better at everything as opposed to units who are just really good at one specific combat, because, you know, these guys are getting a little bit hammered. They're killing quickly, but they take a lot of damage as well. Anyways. We gotta kill you in the back. I think we're gonna be able to kill both of them because our shade gets 2 actions, but it is really freaking close. Deals additional stress damage for each lower luck. I think we gotta do that. Because then Void Claw is a kill, and then we'll have another Void Claw attack on the next turn, and we should be able to kill him. That's 231 damage, which is crazy. And we have 3 units who can move, so all we need to do is stress this guy out and then kill him. Let me guess. Berserk! Because it's always Berserk. He's almost dead, but he's gonna be dead to the frickin' Void Claw first. Right. So admittedly, the Shade can just output absurd damage.
For mortal kind.
But still. For each enemy killed, Iratus gains 3% experience. Well, that's 12 experience per combat in that case. But our Lich nearly got 1 shot, so you are going to absolutely go in here for healing. But like, if we had the Dark Knight out there, then he could have been the target of attacks. He could have blocked with all of his armor. If we had the Banshee, we could have reduced the attacks of the enemy, and then all of a sudden they're not doing any damage, and we can just kill him with physical damage, which is probably what we're gonna do instead. I have 98 souls. I kind of hate it. But ancient coffin filled with items. Boiling Blood, we have multiple of these. Minions' abilities can't miss. At the start of battle, increases damage dealt by 0.1% for each part in the chamber. So we could increase damage by like 5%. But not being able to miss seems really good for minions that can miss. Like, I would actually like to rebuild my zombie, put this on the zombie, and then not worry about increasing their accuracy at all. And taking, instead of Bigger Boom, the biggest boom ability that can't miss, because then you won't be able to miss. So I feel like Mechanical Eye might be better, because I already have 1 Boiling Blood.
More for me.
Now, Elite Squad. Oh, my Lanta. Well, I gotta feel like what we gotta do is a little same old. Who's in the back? Was it the Shade? Why was it the Shade? Was it the Wraith? Remove all buffs and do stress damage. Don't really care about stress damage if we're doing physical. We want you, we want you. Who the heck was in the back? We could bring along a skeleton and increase the protection of other units. We could put the bride in the back for high damage. You know, 1 turn of buffing means that we're going to be doing like 50 damage per attack, which is pretty good. Or we could just burn him from turn 1 and just constantly do damage. Or burn or physical damage depending on what they're doing. But actually, we can't do this from this position, from the back position. One day I'll take along Bound Hades. Hey Manuk, how's it going? I'm looking at chat. I'm looking. Upgrade parts on the main squad. I mean, I could do that. The thing is very few parts. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm completely neglecting something here. Can't we merge shit together? Hold on. Can't. Armor. Convert 3 parts of any type to a new part. Higher the chance of getting uncommon part or better. Let's see what happens. 4% chance of getting a purple.
Behold my work.
I got the same thing I put in. This seems like a complete waste. Let's not do that anymore. We can make things. Increases damage dealt. Increases all damage dealt. Or increases critical damage dealt. Reduces all damage received. Increases stress damage dealt. Increases magic damage dealt. Reduces magic damage received. Reduces critical damage received. Increases physical damage dealt. Reduces physical damage received. I don't know. Right. Nom. Zombie only. Zombie receives 4 accuracy and 15 damage, stacks up to 5 times. Bonus is removed if the zombie changes position. There is, I mean, all the zombie abilities change positions. So really what this is if you stall and do like biting, eating, digesting, and the buffing ability and the healing ability, then you stack up the damage. It is still just good damage. It's 15% damage and 4 accuracy every single turn. Sorry, that's the zombie, not the ghoul. There's a ghoul one, right? Get lunch break. Get lunch break. You know what we could do is build an elite fighting squad, but I'd rather have a generalist squad. We could increase damage dealt. Gain mana out of minion attacks. You know, if they're doing a lot of damage, 15% of like 50 is 7. And they basically only attack. I could see this. Gain mana and then you can just spend the mana to kill things faster. I'm gonna do that. You get lunch break, you get mana. We don't need to put that much block if we have lunch break, because the healing ability doesn't even cost an action. And I think while you have lunch break, you also have bonus attack, dread, luck, evasion, and vigor. Now it's probably only if you use the lunch break ability. Starting with lunch break, I think just means you can heal for full at any point in combat for free every combat. That seems pretty good. I like this combo on the ghoul, I think. That seems good. Right. You are set. You are set. You just need to do more damage. Actually, I'm going to make you deal more damage and deal more damage to elites. You're going to be an elite hunter. We can have one of you. Now the ghoul. We should upgrade one of these abilities. Removes all debuffs. Bonus vigor until the end of battle. Seems good? buff a friendly unit for 3 turns, or a bigger buff for 2 turns. Heal? Probably don't need the heal. Honestly, give me the, remove all debuffs from the ghoul. That seems to be a little bit more possibly useful. It doesn't cost an action. If we have a bad debuff on the ghoul, we can just cancel it, heal the full, and then still get an attack out.
Get
Excellent.
back to battle.
Then, from this, give me that plus to accuracy. All right, sweet. You need more blocks. I cannot give you more blocks. I need 2 more points to give you a block. You know what? Here you go. 2 points. There's another 1 point of block. There we go. Could have also given you more health, but I think this is okay. You also have an ability upgrade. Deal stress damage, don't really care. I do like Dark Offering for mana and wrath gain. Being able to do more spells seems extremely helpful. And if you're debuffed, you're going to be using this ability anyways. Could also gain wrath, but we're going to gain wrath anyways because you're going to get hit a whole bunch. So give me the mana buff, Dark Cleaning, then Milk Jug. Lots of points for the evasion up. 10 HP though. 10 raw HP. I'm gonna take it. Lets you survive a little bit longer until you can actually get a dodge and heal on your own. Then for abilities, whenever an enemy moves, restore the target to full sanity. Or the Banshee gains block and ward in stance. I actually kind of like that for possible survivability. I'm just going to grab that. It also increases your evasion a little bit. So everyone's been upgraded. Are we ready to go? Oh my god, he's done it, chat. Is this what we want? Arena, put in a Skelly Man. We're going to be using Skelly Man eventually. You know, okay, now I'm thinking, hold up. If we take the Skelly, we can buff people. And now you got me thinking, what if we dump, I hate to say it, but what if we dump Milk Jug and put on a Skelly? And the Skelly just buffs people in the combat so they take less damage. You think? You think? And you know what? We should, good point, chat. We should also use a consumable. I approve of that idea. Because I never freaking use them anyways, but they're something that exists in the game. Deal stress damage, all surviving minions, lose initiative. Secret destruction skill, lights them on fire. All enemies lose block and ward. That seems kind of nice.
Embellishes my undead features.
You know what? All enemies lose accuracy until the battle ends. If that ignores block and ward, that's fantastic. I have to imagine it would. However, some of these say that it won't. So I don't know. If this is a debuff, maybe it won't actually. Maybe it'll actually just pop off of the block and ward. I don't know how it works. But lower accuracy does seem pretty good. Each round, Iratus recovers 30 wrath. All minions and enemies gain evasion until the battle ends. All enemies, or all minions at level 5 or lower. This is not useful. We should replace it with something else. Okay. So maybe we'll try that. Now, are we going to rock a Skelly or a Banshee? The Banshee is really nice for making enemies lose attack. It's effectively the same thing as a skeleton, just applied to everyone. So you know what? Let's keep this. Keep the Banshee. We kind of know that it works. Okay. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Put the Skelly back. Ah! Put the Skelly back, please. All right. Let's see. I got no idea if this is gonna work. Let's do it. Yeah, and she's back. What is max level on a minion? I have no idea. Right. Musketeer, he shoots. He scores. Warrior, he shoots, he scores. Remove all armor, remove all resistance. Did that one-time use-only item just not work? I thought it was supposed to lower their accuracy. I don't know. It seems like it didn't work. But maybe it did? I don't know. It was weird. Anyways. Our initiative is so fucking bad. The ghoul can move first. We probably want to move the ghoul up to the front. That seems like a pretty good idea, huh? Ignoring block seems also like a pretty good idea right now, but unfortunately that does not happen. So, you know what lunch break does give a permanent bonus to the ghoul? Man, that is a powerful trinket. That's a substantially powerful trinket. We're gonna move you forward. The berserker does have to go. You know what, I should use a spell on that. That's my bad. I don't mind that they're attacking him because he is just going to heal on this turn. And we are going to try to kill the berserker as quickly as possible. Please let me get control of my abilities. Thank you very much. Stress attack him down.
Your frail bodies fail you.
I don't know what removed his armor and resistance. I may have accidentally taken off the one-time use only item. I don't know what happened. Kill the guy with the box, the treasurer? Is it like if you kill him before he flees, you get his item in the box? Look. I'd love to do a crit. You know what I'd love to do? Get a lunch break feed. That'd be pretty good. If we get a lunch break feed, we get another vigor, attack, dread, luck, and evasion bonus. I don't think we need it though. Maybe we should just focus on hitting another unit. We should probably focus on hitting another unit. Enemy moves, bride bonus, stress attack, and pushes an enemy back or just shoot. I hate that this guy has block and ward. We should probably hit him last, if I had to guess. Plus luck, plus accuracy. Oh my god, you're buff. Elite Musketeer in the back should go. How much damage do you do? 13, you do 36 to 42 with a high chance to crit. 22% chance to crit, it's actually not that high. Their chance to crit varies from 15 to 59. Mine is 22. Yeah, that's lovely. Your chance to crit is 32. Your chance to crit is 22. Wow, the ghoul has a 10% higher chance of critting. You would think that the archer would have a higher chance. That is not the case. All right, you know what? Ice you. Gonna hit the guy in the back. And you are not gonna use lunch break. I'd rather use the wrath on another unit. Instead, you're just gonna ice this guy. What's your chance of hitting? 112, his chance of evading is 0, so you're guaranteed to hit.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
He's retreating, which is very lovely. You have a mark. Loses all initiative and evasion. Musketeer's attacks deal more damage. The mark dispels when the target moves. You see, that's significantly better than all attacks deal double damage, or all attacks crit. It only affects the one unit, and he's escaping, so it's not even gonna matter. Like, that's a really good mark, because it's almost a waste of a turn. Thank you very much for that. Oh, Lord. Anyways, we're gonna do this.
Kill, my darling, kill.
Get rid of that block from enemies. You shot him and moved back. You are going to debuff him. You did 0 damage. We're in the lead. I don't think we need to worry about buffs or debuffs. We can actually hit. You know what? There is a reason to bring along a skeleton. If the skeleton buffs the Dark Knight, they're going to hit the Dark Knight more than the Dark Knight gains more damage output. You escaped. Milk Jug is a one-hit wonder. But they can also remove buffs from a target and gain block and ward for survivability and gain mana if we're stalling at the end of combat. And, you know, gain dread doesn't actually matter all that much. Although gain dread would be good for a stress build. I never realized that. Can skip target or skip turns on the target. There's a reason for Milk Jug to exist here. And this guy is just shooting his gun. He's a annoying man who doesn't do anything. I think what we're gonna do here is I need to do 19 damage to you. You know, you're not gonna kill anyone. You're not even gonna hit anyone. So let's just do this. You did 0 damage. You absolutely suck. Get a heal. Stun is OP. Dude, the stun is actually really freaking good. Wait, lunch break does not stack? No, I didn't lunch break on the other enemy. Gotcha.
Ooh, this one voided its bowels just as it died.
Bound Hades says, I messed up and made the stun to 25%. It's not making it a 25%, it makes it 25% on all enemies. So you could roll a 25% chance on all enemies and get between 1 and 4. Now, is that as good as a guaranteed on 2? Probably not. Because someone needs to run the statistics on this. What is the chance of getting 2 out of 4 on a 25% each? Because it might be a downgrade, it might be an upgrade, though, if you get all 4. It's very RNG. Certainly. I don't know what to do with you. I'm just gonna...
Extinction of life.
Debuff you. Panic. Minus 50 accuracy. Lovely. Lol, that guy shit his pants when he died. I laugh at your 0 damage pathetic. You almost died on the last mission, the Black Falcon. You cannot say anything about this. He skipped his turn. What a fool. Right, I think we did pretty well here. We're leaving basically at full health on everyone. And we killed a whole bunch of elites.
Mop up the gore.
Mop up the gore.
To see plants using it as fertilizer.
At the start of each of its turn, the minion restores 6 health for each unfilled squad slot. Man, I'm getting a lot of boiling blood. Is the unfilled squad slot permanent? Ooh, bones. Good bones. Or is that unfilled squad slot only from the beginning of combat? Or is it from the beginning of combat or from the current turn of combat? Like, if a Lich summons 3 skeletons, does that bonus go from 3 to 0? Is what I'm trying to figure out here. Abe naming dead things after people in chat, how endearing. That's the most romantic thing I've ever heard. Get used to it. 5 more bones, 3 Dampires, 255 Wrath for a Blood Phantasm, and then we can get new characters! I'm so happy. What's coming up next? A quest. We should be careful about this. We should also build something in the graveyard first.
Easy it is to deceive the living.
We should be careful about this because the next combat could be a little tough. You guys can stay there. No, you should get some healing. We'll put the zombie in here. Zombie hasn't been doing anything. We'll put the shade in here. Let's get people roughly at the same level. I think I took off the thing. No, you know, I used it. It just didn't work. I don't know. I think I took off the the one-time use artifact and it didn't do anything. By the way, shoddy armor is pointless at this point in the game. Get more experience.
Make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than
Plus 30 spell power. You know what? Dump that. Get one more skill point. We got 2 skill points. Deal stress damage. A minion gains 4 dread for 1 turn if you have 50 wrath. 2 initiative if you have at least 25 wrath. We're going to start turns with 45 now because of our 3rd upgrade. I think maybe we should start saving for this stuff. Getting the full vigor. Ultimate abilities costing less. You know, let's save for that. That is incredibly useful. Right. So, we'll send these units along to the quest. We'll send the same squad just in case it's like really tough combat. Here, your army comes upon a true bastion of dwarven technology. A makeshift factory so massive, you wonder how they even managed to carry the materials into these caverns. But such questions matter little. What matters more is to raid this structure and stop the dwarven weapons production. The various workers seem rather ill-equipped to fight your army, so you expect an easy battle, when suddenly one of the dwarves breaks away and runs towards a mechanism meant to trigger the alarm. You can't stop him. You'll need to face the reinforcements. Have a headless hunter drag him back here. Perhaps a well-armed arrow will stop him in his tracks. You can't stop him, sound the retreat. You can't stop him, you can stop him. This will initiate battles, will initiate battle. I guess it's like elites or not elites. You merely need to think the order, and a second later the bowstring is drawn. Within the span of a heartbeat, your bride takes aim and pierces one of his legs with her arrow. The dwarf tumbles and falls, just as your minions finally fall upon the workers. I'm not ignoring you. What is this? Redirect to self 50%. I hate these types of flippin' enemies. And unfortunately, this would be when enemies losing ward would be really effective. I think I took the wrong ability on the ghoul. Because now I'm going to have to spend multiple hits breaking through the ward. So yeah, we've done the wrong thing there.
Impale this wretch.
Sam Dwag. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. So, if we're doing this, I think what we should do is wait. Rebuild your ghoul. I'm gonna have to rebuild the ghoul. We're gonna have a crit. There we go. Now all of their buffs are gone. We are going to... Are we gonna work on their wards? I guess we kind of need to. Remove all buffs. Restore sanity. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna knock down the wards and whatnot. We should probably get the Banshee out of here. Do something else. This guy has 10 armor. Oh man. You know what we need is to do a solo attack so we can have that 50% chance of stripping armor and resistance. That's what we need. Because their protections are annoying. Found Hades sent me DLC. Okay. Well, I will check that out. It's just skins, right? Just skins for all the characters. Any damage received is doubled. No wonder you almost killed me in one shot. You suck, my dude. That was a lot of damage. I guess we're just gonna hit this guy. We do a lot of damage. Now, let's kill someone. Let's kill you. We need to kill you before you can act.
This is my
You crit for 103. Lovely. Are we just gonna leave the hammer? Dude, thank God you can act next. Let's just say that. Yeah? You're the easiest unit to kill now. So that's what's gonna happen. Please remove all debuffs, my friend. Do not die. You still got 12 block, just don't take that double damage anymore. And you are at the front, which is not where you should be. You can move back. Bypassed ward? I don't know. You punched him again! At least that punch isn't doing like 50 damage this time. Defense up. Block and ward. I hate that.
Impale this wretch.
Do that. Yeah, I took the wrong ability. We should absolutely take the one that removes block, because then this ghoul can actually do all of their attacks appropriately. And really help out everyone else, because then I wouldn't have to really care about the finagling of the well, sure. We wouldn't have to worry about the finagling of the turn order and whatnot. We could just shoot. Even right now, I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? I guess we'll just get rid of your last ward protection. Okay. Now we can kill you. You do a lot of damage, but you should be deceased. I don't think I need to worry about buffing again. I think we're okay. Because now we're just going to be doing a ton of raw physical damage. Although you still have that 10 protection up, which is very annoying. Give me a move, then a crescendo. What's this guy even doing? Apparently he just punches. He punches and moves me back. That's his big deal, I guess. He's very tanky though, and we've not been able to remove his armor with the Banshee as of yet. Although, if we can crit.
Nice shot, sweetie.
Nice shot, sweetie. Sweetie Twigbreaker. Yeah, at this point, the Banshee is, Ooh. There we gotcha. At this point, the Banshee is, making him just do so little damage.
A predictable outcome.
Okay, not the best combat, but we learned. We learned what Big Hammer Guy did. And also, we got some loot. After having dealt with the dwarves, you are left with a vast stockpile of weapons and gunpowder, as well as a fresh few corpses to add to your reserves. Without their factory, the dwarves' supply of weapons will be thrown into disarray. Except don't expect there to actually be any implication of on the rest of the game at all. It's just a one-time off encounter. By the way, does that count as combat? Nope. You're still wounded. You haven't gained any levels. Well, let's filter some people off here. That's pretty good, though. Right. So what do you guys want me to care about in chat? We fucking told you. You nerd sniped me with 25% chance of stun. You have a 68% chance to stun at least one enemy, 26% chance to stun 2, 5% chance to stun 3, and a 0.3% chance to stun 4. Thank you, Kit. I want to make sure I pronounce that right. Kitase? For that nerd snipe information knowledge dump. 68% chance to stun 1, 26% chance to stun 2. So I guess, yeah, it does make that ability worse when you upgrade it in that fashion, huh? Good to know. Good to know. At least, yes. That's the average. That's the average. Right, what's this? A minion. Let's go get a minion. A Skelly Lord, a Shade, and a Vampire. Vampires are easy to get. Skeleton, I was thinking about getting another one anyways. Let's get a... we have 2 Skeletons. Let's get a Shade then. They're not that good, but if we can get the encounter that lets you sacrifice a minion, we can always sacrifice a Shade and then get some stuff out of him. We also have nearly full minions. Would be very nice, I think, to unlock another room in one of these in order to put a minion. But I guess we're gonna have to wait for that for a little while now. For a little while longer anyways. Well, some of us haven't taken stats in like 8 years. I did take AP statistics. So if I had a pen and paper, I could likely remember all the necessary stats in order to figure out the answer. That's why I wanted chat to do it for me. Okay, Berserker, Armor Guy, Oracle, plus a Treasurer? Is that who that is? I think. The Nom is still what we want. I would really love an ability to just respec, because I want to pull this out. Or just to like dismiss and bring them back and just respec their abilities all immediately, but getting that ignore block, lose block is so nice. I'm a moron. This ability already ignores block. It just doesn't make them lose block. So we could still open up with this. But that's not what it's designed for. But still, this is better. I took the wrong option there, I think. Let her die? Don't let me die. Sorry, no, it's a I don't want to die. You could bring along a head. Deal a lot of damage. I think I am going to bring along another Banshee, just to make sure we survive this encounter. The Banshees are just far too freaking useful. We bring along a Skellington. We could get like 20 block. I do like the stress attack back attack, but I don't think it really fits the Skellington. I feel like I want this. We'll put a Skellington up. A Ghoul is nice. A Banshee is nice, and a head is good. Be like, you are here. You are there. You are there with your trap, and you're there. Yeah, let's give this a shot. I got no idea how this is going to work, but I appreciate the opportunity to be proven wrong or to get some units killed. You have 22 points. We should do something about this. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of feel like making your attacks not miss anymore. Then again, one of his attacks literally cannot miss, but his accuracy is so bad that I could see that being a useful thing to have. Just your attacks cannot miss. However, we could also do attacks restore damage dealt as mana and also reduces damage received or increases damage dealt. You know, what about just mana and wrath, and then we just do a ton of damage with this guy and constantly get the spells usage. There you go. Skellington needs something. Reduces damage received. I actually like this. I actually like this. And yes, this guy has many points. The attacked enemy loses armor and resistance. We need this. Losing block and ward is also nice, but losing armor and resistance is probably more important. Now the Banshee can do that, but no other unit can really do that. And the block and ward is just you gotta hit a couple of times, spells can do that. Losing armor and resistance is very good, I think.
Now, prove yourself worthy.
5% chance of immediately killing, or you can choose which two enemies to hit. I think 5% chance of immediately killing is weird. 50% chance of stunning a random target, ignores block, moves to the first position. 50% chance of stunning within a physical attack? That seems really freaking good. The target loses all evasion until the end of battle. Could be good. Deals 175% damage to a single random enemy. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. But his other ability also does a lot of damage. It's just delayed by 1 turn. 2% chance to immediately kill an enemy. I do like the AoE because it is a way of getting rid of block protection. Because this gets rid of armor and resistance, this gets rid of block. So I kind of like that ability. The 2% chance of immediately killing is just meh. We're gonna take that. Right, and then, don't forget, 22 stat points. Cheap things first, like accuracy. So you had 93 accuracy, this is your vigor. I had it wrong. Accuracy buff might be actually nice for this guy now. We'll at least get him to a base 100 in case the enemies don't have evasion. Increase his armor slightly on the cheap. Increase raw damage dealt. A little bit more accuracy, a little bit of luck, a little bit of evasion, a little bit of health. Now you. Restores mana, restores wrath equal to 25% of the sanity drained. Gives you 1 dread point. I don't know why you would ever want a point of attack. Attack plus 2. Oh no, doesn't matter. So we could dump that there. Or all minions gain dread, all minions gain attack and dread. You know what? That seems better. It seems like Chilling Whale would be good for a stress-dealing party specifically, but I never take the stress-dealing party. So the Banshee increasing the attack of allies might be nice if I don't have anything else for them to do, or if there's only 1 enemy remaining, and we want to kill him quickly, or get through armor. So while Chilling Whale probably fits the character better, I'm going to go with Deafening Whale to give him something to do.
Prove yourself worthy of my investment.
By the way, prove yourself. You, Skellelord. Skellington, what do you want? Well, I think... Wow, you have, like, no evasion. I think, honestly, just block for you is good. A little bit of evasion, good enough. Oh, and you know what? You have abilities. Ignores armor, doesn't miss. Ignores armor, ignores block. That's pretty good. I do like it if you could get rid of block, but you have another ability that does that because it's multi-hit. It can hit more enemies and it's multi-hit. 4% chance of immediately killing the target, or does more damage per hit. Just give me the more damage per hit.
Serve me well,
there we go.
my minion.
And Nom. Still gonna use you, even though I think that target loses all block would have been better. Let's give you a point of evasion, and we'll save the rest of it. I don't really want to give you initiative, I don't feel. And Banshee, you have 4 points. Let's give you just a little bit more armor, just so you can survive a little bit longer until you can get that dodge. Everyone else is good to go. Back to the dungeon map. Whoa. Where is it? Didn't I have something that's like, gain experience at the end of the fight? Lose initiative, deal stress damage. I guess I don't have anything that did that. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's fight. Fight me! Right. You are an elite traitor. You traitor! And you know what? The Berserker doesn't even have any block. We can go on him immediately, which means Rain of Gore.
Salute.
And deals additional damage to targets that have less than 50% vigor. Yo, I can kill him on one turn. Check this out. Boom!
Deliver.
Thank you! Give me a worthy opponent. Give me a worthy opponent. They all have block. You know what? Disposable ahead. Disposable ahead. Get that block down. Didn't you have like a healing ability last time? I guess that was before you died. Yeah, you used to have a healing ability, and then I got you killed, and maybe I didn't get the part back, the charm. That might be the case. You're just gonna block, my dude. You gotta love skeletons. The only problem is I think Ward's gonna block the magic attack. The only problem with the skeletons is that they have to spend every single turn putting up their block. Double damage? Damage received is doubled. Well, that's unfortunate. You know what we could do is just wipe another unit basically immediately, which seems pretty good. So I think I'm just gonna do that.
Salute.
And in theory, you know, we don't need to be this overkill, but it's still fun. In theory, we'll get a whole bunch of damage dealt back as mana, except not really, and you're gonna kill him anyways. Let's actually ice this dude. 83 damage, and we gain like 12, 13 mana. I was actually not paying that much attention. That's about 15%, right?
One by
You're
one,
dead.
life vanishes from this world.
I suppose if you just kill one enemy per turn, they don't really last that long now, do they? For each buff. Hey, the Wart has it going. What's this game? It's Darkest Dungeon Light. Except it's not actually that light, it's just Darkest Dungeon different. Banshee gains ward and block in stance. Unnecessary. All minions gain a buff. You're not doing anything else in the back. The skeleton's not going to get hit by it, but the other units will. Dude, I will say, I'm loving the ghouls. The ghouls are really fun. They have some pretty cool attacks. I would love it if I could respec them now, though, but other than that... Yeah, it's Deadest Dungeon. There you go. You have 11 health remaining. Well, we got an AoE attack on Headless Horseman here, so I think we'll be okay. Let's just keep buffing. It doesn't stack, but some units didn't move yet, I think. Defense up. Dude, I hate that, because now I gotta punch through their frickin' stupid block again. God damn it. You missed? He has a 41% chance of evasion? Excuse me? He doesn't do that much damage, so I don't really mind, but man, that is a lot of evasion. Kill him, please. Thank you.
Become part of the breathless tide.
A crit for 141. I should take the trinket on the ghoul that is increased chance of critting. That seems like it might be nice. Oh no, 3 damage. You do not have your buff anymore. Everyone can get a buff. You got a buff, you got a buff, you don't actually get a buff. Rotting flesh seems to jiggle a bunch, only on some of the units. Critical hit will deal 225% damage. Well, he missed. You crit! That's why I wanted to remove the block first. Okay. Your service begins. All enemies lose 30 to 45 vigor, ignores ward, one-time use only. Wonderful. What is next? Ancient coffin filled with items. Let's go take a look. The minion's abilities ignores both blocks and wards.
A dark collecting.
Ignores blocks and wards. Who would we want with this? I'd be honest, I think that it would work on a Banshee in order to inflict that strength reduction immediately. But it could also work well on a big single target hitter like the Ghoul, because then you could use all the big attack damages, all the big hits, going through block and just doing a lot of damage. Now, this ability here, target loses all blocks. That would be very nice, wouldn't it? Well, yes, it would. What's your point? Next fight does not seem that bad. Let's retire a couple of people. Bring some old faces back. You guys are still training, huh? I mean, we could try a shade again, but I'm just gonna like leave him there. You know what we haven't done in a while? Bring out a vampire, a head. Bring in a twig breaker. No, you need to actually heal up a little bit more. You need to heal up first. Bring in a, I don't know, maybe a mummy? Oh man, the mummies take a lot of damage though. Hey, Breed, this made you look. I made you look. Who's the other ghoul? I know it's bound Hades, but I mean, what we could do is build this ghoul differently and check them out. But I would also like to have the parts to put on this ghoul. I would love the ability to just be able to swap things, because it would encourage experimentation. And I feel like games like this do need to encourage that. Like, allow me to take points off and put them in somewhere else, just so that I'm not having like 2 minions swapping them on and off, or min-maxing on a piece of paper. Let me min-max. Let me try things out in the game. Let me just unstat someone and then just put the parts back because I want to test stuff out, you know? How many bones until a new unlock? 4. 4 bones, 90 wrath. Use the alchemy lab. I don't, like, the one time I used it, I got a generic crappy part back, so I don't know what to do. Like, I could certainly build something, like steel spikes, but we're getting enough of these that I don't feel the need to do that, you know what I mean? Like, I could convert parts into another part. Okay. Sure, you know what, let's do it this time with skulls. Skull, skull, skull. Converting skull, skull, skulls.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
I think I got a basic armor. I just don't see the point. You just get garbage out of it. Like, I know you could put better quality stuff in it. Like, what if we put this, and this in it? Well, we have a 7% chance of getting a purple. But we could also have we just lose multiple items in order to get a different item. It's like I just don't see the point. And I don't care about healing units, and I don't care about getting more mana. So I just don't see the point of the alchemy lab. Essentially, if you need something, yeah, you can put 3 of something in there and then get a part back so you can make a minion. But otherwise, it's just like I don't care.